Hi everyone, and welcome to batch 195 in the Harvest Right freeze dryer. So I processed 9 pounds of Maclura pomifera, that's Osage Orange, and I processed it with water. Here are the notes on how I did that. 9 pounds of Osage Orange was processed with 34 ounces of water, made a total of 11 pounds with the water, and I put 2.5 pounds on each tray, which of the mix, which averaged, I guess, around 2.25 pounds of Osage Orange mixed with water. I measured each of the trays when I was done. 3 of them weighed 170 grams. 1 of them weighed 155 grams. I've never quite been able to figure out how that happens, why that happens. Maybe it just had a little bit more water in it, but it was just a little bit less. And it processed, this amount of Osage Orange took 51 hours and 45 minutes. Now, it did take longer because I did a 9-hour freeze cycle and a 12-hour dry cycle. I did not need to do this additional 12 hours. It could have been 10 hours. You can set that lower or higher depending on what you want to do. But my batch was right around 52 hours required for it. And here's how the weights break down for me. 2.25 pounds of the mixture, or actually was a little more because it was 2.5 pounds per tray, and that's what I'm saying. It was probably a 1/4 pound of water per tray that I had added. So that equaling 170 grams once 1 pound raw, once it's freeze dried, would actually only be a little under 76 grams freeze dried, except for that last tray that I did. It was 155 grams, so that's only about 69 grams freeze dried. It's crazy how it's different, and I don't know why it does that. Well, yeah, like I said before, the water. I like accuracy, so I don't like when it does that. But this is what it ends up looking like. And if you want to know what it tastes like, it's a little bitter. If you like sweet things, you would probably spit this out after you tasted it. And if you eat dandelions, the bitterness of a dandelion is pretty much what the Osage Orange tasted like. I never thought that they were edible until I saw a YouTuber cooking a bear steak in the woods, and he took an Osage Orange and he washed it off in the creek, and he sliced it up and he grilled it and he ate it. So I started looking into that because I do like to learn about wild edibles, and for years all I've ever known is that people took those Osage Orange fruits and didn't want their cows choking on them, didn't want the horses choking on them, and I just thought they were nothingness. And my mother used to bring them home and put them around the garage for spiders. Don't know if that works either, but I started researching it, and they use the Osage Orange for there are a lot of different medical claims. A lot of people put an Osage Orange in the freezer, take it out every day, grate some off, and then just consume that. So I thought, you know what, I've got access to it now. I'm going to do a load in the freeze dryer, and actually my next load is going in the freeze dryer as well. I did another 9 pounds. Processing this was a sticky mess. I did make many tiny videos on the processing of it, and I will go ahead and try to get those put together into one video and then upload them. And if I can't do that, I'm just going to have to upload 5 or 6 small videos and call them 1 through 6. But this is how I'm packing it. This right here, this little bit was I think 16 grams, because that was the out of the 155 gram tray. So that is 1/4 pound if that were to be rehydrated, that would have been 1/4 pound of the Osage orange processed. So that's it. And the rest of them are going in 1 pound bags. So I have some 1 pound bags, and then I have some 1/4 pound bags. And we'll go ahead and do the other load. And am I going to consume this? Probably. Yeah, I try everything. I've had surgery and I just can't get rid of all the pains, and I don't do medications. So I will probably use this, and this is turning into a video other than freeze drying. So we're just going to leave it go at that. And if you really want to know anything else about the supposed medical benefits of the Osage orange, all I can tell you is to do your own research. There wasn't a whole lot on YouTube that I could find about any sort of benefit, but off of YouTube, like, you can find some websites that tout some medical benefits. Oh, and there's a major cosmetic company who has a product called One Drop Wonder, and they have someone extracting the oil out of tons of Osage oranges. I think you need a ton of Osage oranges, like 2,000 pounds, to get a gallon of oil. And so there's a place somewhere that actually buys them from the local people who bring them in. So they say that the oil from this is good for skin tone or wrinkles or something like that. Me, I just live with my wrinkles, but all right. Thanks for watching, and be blessed.